What's up, guys? This is Dr. Michael Coe, physical therapist for MovementIQMike.com. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to help fix neck pain, possibly headaches, using the Theracane. All right, so we're going to hit 3 different muscle groups within the head and the neck, and hopefully we'll be able to help you out. So if you have are thinking about purchasing the Theracane, I'm going to provide a link below into the notes. If you use that link, really help me out. I do get a small commission, but I can make more videos like this. All right, here we go. So we have the Theracane. The muscles we're going to hit are going to be the suboccipital muscles, the cervical paraspinals, and also the temporalis muscle. First muscle is going to be muscle group we're going to talk about is going to be the suboccipital muscles. So those are the small muscles that attach the skull to C1 and C2, and they're really small muscles. And because they're so small, what we're going to do is we're going to use these knobs here, not the one with these big ones, because these little ones can get into little places better that would better suit trying to get these muscles loosen up. All right, so here we go. So we're going to use this end right here. I'm going to turn around. C2 is right around where the hairline ends. So above that is going to be C1, and after that, it's going to be the bottom part of the skull. So that's where that muscle group is. You have a group on the right side and a group on the left side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the left side, just kind of show you. What you could do is you can get the cane, put that knob right in the middle, and then slowly go to the left for this for the example, right? So if I go from the hairline and a little bit to the left, I'm going to then put some gentle pressure forward, and I'm going to try and find different spots that might be a little tender. All right, so I got a tender spot right here. So you can hang out here to try to loosen up those muscles, but I always like to add little things. So one thing you can add is you can angle the cane upwards or downwards. Ooh, downwards a little bit worse for me. You can also angle it to the right, and you angle it to the left. To the right's a little bit worse. So for me, it's down and to the right. I get a little bit more tension right through there. So I'm going to hang out here. Now, if you add a little bit more, what you could do is you can add a little bit of motion. So for this one, you want to do a little skull nod. So you're going to go up and down. All right. Another thing you can do is you can add just a little bit of oscillation. So you can go circles, clockwise, counterclockwise, left and right, up and down. So those are your options for the suboccipital muscles. Now, one thing I want to talk about is that I don't know if you can even tell from the video, but when you're doing a head motion to try to get the suboccipital muscles to move around while you're adding that pressure, it's a tiny, tiny movement. So really, it should just be a little head nod like this. You can think about the chins coming down towards the Adam's apple for me, and your head isn't just spinning in place. It's not going forward or backwards or up and down. It's staying in place and it's just spinning, kind of like a wheel. So that's the motion you need to do. Any more motion than that, you're actually moving way more muscles and cervical segments below the target area. So it's not really going to be as effective. So try that out. Group number 2, cervical paraspinals. It's going to be the muscles that go along both on the right and left side of the cervical spine on the back. Again, I'm a bigger fan of using this knob right here because it's not a thick muscle group, right? So I feel like it gets a little bit better into there. But we're going to stick to the left side again. What I want you to do is go from the center, go a little bit to the left, right? And then what you want to do is you want to then slide down. You want to go all the way down to where the shirt collar starts, okay? Again, we're going to go from top down. I'm a bigger fan of angling down a little bit when you're going downwards. But again, you can also then angle upwards and then go upstream from bottom to top. Make sure you go nice and slow, gentle pressure into the neck. Don't want to go you don't want to go any faster than that. Now, at some point, you might feel a pretty bad spot. For me, from going top down, I feel something right there. So I can stay and hold through there. Now, I already have a downward angle at this cane, so then I can add a little bit of turn to the left, a little bit worse for me. I'm going to hang out there. And again, from there, you can add a little bit of a turning, tiny, tiny bit. You can a little bit of a head nod also. Remember, those motions really help try to loosen up those muscles too when you have the motion along with the pressure. So you want to do the least amount of work to try to loosen those muscles. Sometimes just pushing really, really hard into those muscles is not the way to go. All right, so now the third group is going to be the temporalis. Temporalis is a muscle right on the side of your skull, and one end then attaches to the mandible. And so you might, if you have TMJ, this is actually another muscle group you would hit, but also at the same time, because of its muscular attachment to the skull, oftentimes can contribute to headaches. So this side, I like to use the knob right here, and then getting on to pretty much the temple region, right? So whether it be along this hairline right through there, a little bit behind it, or a little bit forward, it's a round, flat muscle. So you got to find where it's the worst. For me, it's right around there. That's where I feel a little bit worse. Again, I can change my angle to find the spot that an angle that's a little bit worse. All right, that's a little bit worse for me right through there. And for this one, I'm probably going to be more of a better choice to oscillate forward, backwards, up and down. All right. Now that looked really silly because you could easily just use your hand and go like this. Now the only thing is, it's if you don't do manual therapy on a daily basis or you're not using your hands on a daily basis, there's a good chance you can probably only do this for about like 20, 30 seconds before your fingers start getting really tired. So by using this here and then using your whole arm to be able to apply the pressure, you're really not going to get that fatigue. So you can sit here and do this for a much longer period of time. All right. So remember we have this on this side, but you also have it on this side too. So what I'll do is one recap is going to be working on the suboccipital muscles, cervical paraspinals, and temporalis muscles. But it should be able to help out if you have headaches or neck pain. So try those guys, try that out. Tell me if it worked, if it didn't work, right? Remember, you don't want to push super hard. The harder you push is not always better for your muscles. And not only that, I don't want you to potentially injure your neck even worse. All right. So don't use bro science to try and just push as hard as you can on these muscles. It doesn't really always work. I'd rather use angles and motions with your head to try to get a better muscular release and see if that helps out with your pain. All right, guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and comment below, like and subscribe to the channel. If there's any other regions you want me to check out or try to work on, put it on the comments. If there's other products you want me to take a look at and be able to show you how to use a little bit better, again, try to put it on the comments, guys. Thanks.